Good evening, friends. And it's the grumpy old man broadcasting from WDWL TV, Studio B, located on Grumpy Vulture Boulevard. And we are a division of Grumpy Vulture Productions. And enough of the frickin' vulture already. As you know, I've stated many times, I follow many different YouTubers. I follow the courts and some miscellaneous. And I'll tell you what, it seems that the millennial generation are just utter asshole idiots. And case in point, now, many cities, counties, and states have added to their IT departments people, like in the court system, that their job all day is to search the interweb, all platforms, for anybody connected with their court system. Police departments do it too. This is a widely known item. It's not a top secret. There are employees in the court system that constantly, that's their job. They search out anybody that has a court case. And like this idiot today, he was either in Illinois or Indiana. Now the court systems, since that big virus, have gone to doing a lot of things either by Zoom or email. Now, this idiot today had already made his first appearance and was out on bond for multiple counts of stalking and harassment. Now he's out on bond, okay? And he gets this email today, signed by a judge, official document, that states, until his court hearing, he is to report to his assigned probation officer live in person. He is to stay off the internet except for official court business, and he is to submit to 2 random urine tests a month. And his court hearing isn't sometime until, I think, March. So today he fires up his YouTube channel and he shows the court document He says, I'm going to show you this so that you don't think I'm bullshitting you here. He shows the official document with the judge's name and signature. Then he looks right into the camera and says, Judge so-and-so, you can stuff this court order up your ass. Because I'm telling you right now, I am not going to probation. I am not, as you can see, staying off the internet. And I am not doing any drug testing because my case didn't involve drugs. Well, you know, if within reason a judge was to order you to stand on your head at the side of the freeway for an hour every day, you go stand on your head. Now, I'm sure this idiot isn't that goddamn stupid that he thinks the judge is never going to see this. Especially if there is a department of people assigned to looking into any of his possible online activities. And he wasn't just stupid enough to put this out over YouTube, but he put it out over 3 or 4 other platforms. And he said, this is to make sure you see I ain't doing your goddamn judge's order. Utterly ridiculous idiot. Because I can guarantee you, probably within 24 to 72 hours, there's going to be a knock at his door. And the judge is going to be offering him a nice pair of stainless steel or chrome-plated bracelets, or maybe even matte black. Does he think that there's not going to be a reaction to this? And this guy isn't the only one. I've watched many idiots, literally, when they get arrested, they film their own crime. If they're not using their cell phone, they've got a GoPro strapped on their chest. And then them assholes are dumb enough to upload it to whatever social media platform they're on. Idiots. Utter idiots. You talk about smoking. Yeah. You might as well go out and have the GoPro on your chest. To sit at home and get on the internet and show a judge's order and tell the judge, I ain't fucking doing it. And then to tell the judge to stuff that court order up his ass. I can guarantee you that video will be played in court. Because watching a lot of these court proceedings, defense attorneys have not had a lot of luck having those videos banned. A lot of times they will make a motion to exclude that video. And 99% of the judges are going, not. It's going to be part of the court record. And on top of this idiot, this was the best part. He had a gag order. He had a gag order. And he goes on the internet, on whatever social media platforms, Snap or Twitcher or whatever. And he literally told the judge, stuff that court order up your ass because I am not doing it. And then he starts going on about his rights and, it's against the First and the Fourth and the 39th and the 64th Amendment. He just started spewing stuff. Telling the judge that you're infringing on his rights. Well, pal, when you get into court, you ain't seen an infringement of your rights yet. And like I say, I watch these YouTube videos of idiots filming their crimes. That's like one I watched a couple hours ago. This idiot gets arrested. Now, he happened upon an automobile accident, okay? And I'll tell you, these new cell phone cameras are 300% better than the best film cameras I ever used with super expensive lenses. He could stand across the street with his cell phone camera and pick up a fly landing on the windshield, and the fly would look like the size of a softball. That's how good these cameras are. And he was complaining to what he did was, he started across the street. And he was doing this for YouTube clout. He wasn't. And the officer said, just please stay over on that side of the street until we finish, because they were taking measurements and pictures. He literally told the cop, hey, you're number one. I don't have to listen to you. And the officer said, I don't care if you film, but until we are finished with our investigation. And the officer said, please, stay over on that side of the street. And of course, he starts spewing out every vulgarity known to man to this police officer. And he walked right over and actually got in the way of the officer with this little wheelie thing taking measurements. And at that point, the officer said, I told you to stay on that side of the street until I was finished. And of course, the vulgarity started again, and the officer was infringing on his rights, freedom of the press, any shit he could throw out. To which the officer arrested him. and charged him with disorderly conduct. Also charging him with failure to identify. Because he said, you ain't getting my name, you're not getting my address. Well, the way they do it now, if you won't identify, you are arrested, which is a felony for failure to identify. And then you're taken down and put in a cell, you're booked in as John Doe. And whenever they feel like fingerprinting you and checking for your identity in the system, you sit. And you sit. And you sit. I think it's 72 hours. They can hold you 72 hours. Well, he finally, I don't know whether he finally identified or they found him in the system or what. And he was crying his eyes out how, he was mistreated and, forced to sit in that jail cell for 24 or 48 hours. And asshole, you caused your own frickin' problem. You wanted to get internet views and clicks, and you did it for the clout. You could have got whatever. But see, if they don't cause drama, who wants to watch their video? They don't get the views, and if they're monetized, which I guarantee just for the language, he'd have got tossed out on that one. That's why he created all the drama. Because it made the YouTube video interesting. And it showed, the evil, nasty police officer, illegally arresting him and handcuffing him and stuffing in the back end of the cruiser. If your ass would have stayed across the street, your camera, you were showing your camera zooming in from across the street. You weren't having any problem filming that. But you created the drama yourself. And you got what you asked for. And I'm going to follow this one. Because see, a lot of times, a lot of these prosecutors don't want to be bothered, and they just throw them out. I'm going to follow it. And I hope the prosecutor don't throw it out. And I hope this mic didn't blow everybody's eardrums off, because I screwed with some of the adjustments on Prison Live. So, but with that, I'm going to call